chat. Do you know how many esports orgs have taken my blood? A lot.
I mean, it's not like you need all of it. You just make more,
Yeah,
right?
I regenerate it all the time. What else was my heart before?
That's a good point. And if you take a lot of your blood, then that just gives you more room to eat more food because then you
That's
have to
right.
make more blood that way.
Is that how blood's made?
I I mean, anytime I've ever gone and donated blood, they're just like, here, have Oreos and orange juice. And I'm like, cool. I get Oreos and orange juice when I go donate blood. I'm going to go donate blood more. This is great.
Right? I love giving my blood away. Anybody can have it, especially BB Han, because she absolutely needs it this round. In Rhode Island, we would get pizza strips instead of Oreos, though, so I think you lucked out.
Ooh, you might have the better deal then.
Look, it's literally greasy crackers with pizza sauce. That's all it is. The Rhode Island secret.
Well, I wonder if we're making chat hungry.
I'm hungry. I just ate.
I also just ate. I had sushi tonight. What did you have?
Not sushi. I had a burger.
Ah, that's pretty good. See, this is nice. Normally with Shadow Wizard, we haven't had a whole lot of time to talk because they've pushed so aggressively and so decisively.
Well,
But it's
hey,
Overpass,
maybe
so they have
learned
so
their
much.
lesson.
They've learned their lesson, but I also think that Overpass is a map where you need to do a lot of probing, especially on this pistol round. Shadow Wizard are really trying to find the weaker site, and it looks like they're going to end things on A, where there's 3 players on B. First kill to hit the feed already. BB on or Goose Breeder, first one to drop. Beyond falls back, leaves Emmy to try and take these fights, but she runs out of ammo, and it is a rout for Shadow Wizard. 3 kills as they enter on in. That bomb going to be planted, and Vanessa left alone in the 1 versus 4.
And what's Vanessa to do? Stuck down below like a gopher and a gopher hole! Can you find one? The answer is no. It's not a flawless round for Shadow Wizard Money Gang. But the fact now stands that Shadow Wizard have won 2 out of 3 of the pistol rounds against FlyQuest this series.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like I bring up for the last 3 best of 3s that I've watched, FlyQuest Red have had some really dynamite pistols. And yeah, now we're 1 and 2 so far on pistols tonight. So maybe I'll have to find something else to talk about.
Well, don't worry, my friend. There'll be so much to talk about after these next few rounds. We just have to see BB Han activate again. I mean, she's already at 1 kill. We just need to see 27 more. But it won't last too much longer, though. It's going to be, again, an onslaught, and only a rock protecting Emmy from destruction. And even that doesn't last too long. Jenny, this time, is taking a hand out of the BB Han book. It's going to be at 3K to start things off for the second round, and Shadow Wizard Money Gang are looking fantastic at cleaning up their results from Regain last night.
Hey, what was that in the feed? I saw that. Someone decided that Jenny didn't need any more kills and knifed them. And it wasn't a FlyQuest Red player.
It was the Shadow Wizard high five.
Interesting high five. Well, with 2 rounds of save and loss, now FlyQuest Red gonna get in with the buys. 3 FAMASes is not my favorite kind of a buy on the CT side, but it's still rifles, so see what happens. Shadow Wizard, though, they're definitely playing this one a little bit more aggressive. They're already players into construction, just ignoring the smoke and fire that FlyQuest Red have put down. The utility is going to force them to finally take a pause.
Well, despite being down 2 rounds now, FlyQuest have had the right read about where these execs from Shadow Wizard are going to be coming from each and every single time. It's just a matter of weaponry and having the right position. Shadow Wizard's big advantage on Mirage was having the element of surprise. That will not be the case for this execute, though. FlyQuest are set up and ready. They have to hide behind whatever they can get. Vanessa and Goose Breeder are there for turning things into a blender. Everybody on Shadow Wizard falls. Not a single body on FlyQuest was lost.
Yeah, flawless round on the side of FlyQuest Red. They get to pick up some AKs, replace the FAMASes. Basically, as perfect of a round as it could be on the side of FlyQuest Red. On Shadow Wizard, they are going to get to upgrade the MAC-10s that they had, so those bonus weapons now dropped. But not everyone's going to be able to afford it. So this next round going to look a little interesting, a little bit destitute for the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. So, and this is the trap that you can fall into on Overpass is if you're too loud and Shadow Wizard were stomping away close to B. They gave FlyQuest Red plenty of room to sit behind the defensive utility and get into positions, and it was just a shooting gallery from there.
But FlyQuest still has the right read. Shadow Wizard, they just bounce back and forth between different sites, hoping for the best to go on and execute. They haven't really changed that procedure much in the macro. But once again, FlyQuest, they do have the right read. Shadow Wizard just needs to get the opening pick to have that weapon advantage. Jenny needs to pick up something that's not a MAC-10. AKs galore, though, for the attacking team. It's those T-sided players that need to find something to work. But a fake flash over towards B-side could be the start. And one of FlyQuest falls for it. Oh, hello, Emmy.
Oh.
First kill of the game for her. Emmy's there to wake up. Finally good for 2, but trades galore again, Floofies. Not going to be an easy road for FlyQuest.
No, Shadow Wizard definitely doing them no favors. Good kills for Vanessa and Goosebreeder to keep this round in the lead, and now it's FlyQuest Red back in the driver's seat. Soap, the last player standing in a 1 versus 3, and 35 seconds don't present a whole lot of opportunities for this final player. It looks like he wants to get something done on the B bomb side. He's got the bomb, so B for bomb.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
I mean, he's chosen the site with fewer players. If he can win the 1 versus 1 with Vanessa, he can get the bomb down, and then this round unfolds into something a little bit more possible. But again, Vanessa already spotting him out. The rotation should be called in. The volley to stop the plant. There's not enough time left. Soap has been cleaned.
And Soap has been the dedicated lurker for Shadow Wizard. Unfortunately, again, he did choose a great route to get in, spotted out just at the last second by Vanessa. Very curious, though, heading over to the FlyQuest camp, are we going to see Emmy invest in an AWP? Yep, there it is. Waiting for her
It's Overpass. I should hope so.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting, but the fact that it took this long, despite having a shaky economy in the beginning, was surprising to me.
Well, so the bigger question for me is going to be where Emmy plays this off, because there's just so many different opportunities to let this weapon shine. However, she's not even needed. Horse Girl bucks and kills 2. Emmy, there we go. Playing from Divider, giving herself plenty of room to take that first shot back away. The danger really coming in where the last 2 players for Shadow Wizard have got rifles. Noah having picked up that M4 off of Marie. And the AK coming in saved from Soap. So just a massacre of the pistols before a final crescendo here for this round.
I mean, I hate to say it, but do you just save? Maybe if you get one more pick, doesn't get traded out, have a chance, but Goosebreeder already good for 1. No trades available. Goosebreeder mows down the remains of Shadow Wizard. The big problem now is that Shadow Wizard, they just keep W-keying a site. They have to divide themselves out in the first few seconds of a round. They have to probe, like you mentioned, both A and B to fish for an opening pick. FlyQuest are getting antsy. They push up. But the fact that they've been read into round after round, FlyQuest are expecting this death ball of bouncing between sites. I don't think Shadow Wizard are going to change it up here.
It also feels like FlyQuest Red are doing a great job of taking early map control. The bathroom's position is such an important spot, and keeping someone in connector. FlyQuest Red being this team that's stuck together for so long and had all this time to really gel as a squad. You're going to have boosts. You're going to have that tunnels opened up by a nade, and you're not going to give many shadows for the Money Gang to lurk inside of. The push and pull here is going to be really important because, again, we do see there's no one inside of tons for FlyQuest Red. So the question is, where do they actually end up going? And that was an interesting nade, though. Topher instantly flattened. Good trade out of Noah. And Emmy stepping up to the plate. Oh, yeah. I mean, trades continue is really the best way to put it. Like, it's just back and forth. But it's the same thing as a lot of these previous rounds. Shadow Wizard have pushed up to a site and decided, we're here, so we might as well stay.
Jenny?
This time it's going to be A-bomb site. Emmy caught with players on either direction, and now BBon given a chance to shine. First spray down goes to Drush. Jenny forced to rotate back down through connector. 30 seconds left, and I think this is going to be a B bomb plant instead.
Yeah, this is the best time to have the advantage. It must have been called out that each player is on top of site. Takes the plant. Watches for the overhead. Doesn't find much. Brought down. Vanessa and BBHan are going for the flank. At some point, Jenny's going to get antsy and turn around. Look for that fight. But she's creating space for herself. And he's backed up completely, recognizing now no footsteps, no utility up above. It's gotta be from the reverse.
Yeah, she's done a great job of isolating this.
Oh, but that's one gone. Vanessa, there's a gap in the smoke. Spray down once again. Jenny creating enough space. Brings things to an even game again.
That was the perfect move in the 1 versus 2 to go for, okay, I've got the bomb down. I know that they could either be in front of me or behind me. And pushes over into graffiti. Make sure no one's there. No one's coming down through heaven. If they had come down through heaven, she would have had Jenny would have had a great spot to cover the bomb from there. If not, well, she saw the nade out from construction, and graffiti's a great spot to cover that from. So 3-3 for FlyQuest Red, though. Plenty of money left. They buy back in, and it looks like we're gonna have another W key. Shadow Wizard already sitting outside of Monster, waiting to push on into A. This time, though, they'll have 3 players on site to deal with if they decide to just charge on into this, and they do just that. Oh my gosh, even more TKs for the side of Shadow Wizard. It's technically a 1-for-1.
Now Jenny's on a tear. Anything with a pulse in their way is just instant destruction. Horse Girl and BBHan, though, are going to stop things in their path. Jenny eventually does fall. Noah is at 1 HP. A breath of anything, let alone a bullet, will put him down. Just leaves it to Soap. And we've seen Soap in this spot before. Except this time, much more action from the hands of FlyQuest. And yeah, no real way in. Great read again from Fly about where the W key would come from.
Well, and it continues to just be a W key. Shadow Wizard playing this a lot like they played Mirage, where they go somewhere, and that's where the strategy is. And they're really hoping to let their just fight mechanics take them through each round. FlyQuest Red playing much more like a team. They're doing a great job of flashing for each other, keeping util up to make sure that Shadow Wizard can't just push through for free. And it just continues to benefit them. Now we're going to get the Emmy op show. First shot is good for Over by Fountain. Noah, next one to get deleted. And a third, looking for more. USP comes out for 4. And here's Marie to steal the ace.
I mean, we talked about us moving away from the desert to Germany, but that was such a dry swing from every single player on Shadow Wizard. Not a single piece of utility was there to stop Emmy from her op destruction.
Wait, is Germany a really dry country? I thought it was
maybe
like humid.
They have a lot of beer.
They have beer, but do they have humidity?
Well, there's no humidity. Well, I don't think there's humidity in a desert. It's like, there's no water.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, there we go.
Maybe
it's dry. I don't know. I haven't been to Germany before. But if like
I like how chat
Germany, it'll be cool.
I like how chat is still stuck on cleaning the soap. I don't get to think about lines before I say them. You know what I get to think about is the fact that the MP9 moves through 2, Emmy joining from behind, flattens Soap, and we're suddenly in a 4 versus 3. Shadow Wizard again, they're W keying on in. Good kill for Drush to try and keep things going. A double kill as well, but Goosebreeder behind with a double of her own. And Jenny now forced to pick up the pieces for their team. Kill, but needs one more, and Vanessa's M4 will stop them in their tracks.
Beat for beat, the same as Mirage. 6-3 now. FlyQuest. They ended things 8-4. Shadow Wizard again. They just cannot keep falling into what, like you mentioned, Floofys, this trap of just going for W keys. Even when Jenny went for that pseudo lurk mid-round a few rounds ago, that was the round that ended up giving Shadow Wizard their third.
Yeah, Shadow Wizard have done well when they are able to just get some of these opening picks and do well when FlyQuest Red are when they do manage to shake the tail, but they're being so obvious. Don't
As
lick
we
the tail.
learned from Mirage.
It's okay. We both got lines that don't make a whole lot of sense.
Well, that's just casting in a nutshell, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Soap! What was that? An execution on Emmy? That just completely opens up A site.
Well, she's got a little bit more bathrooms, not quite clean, but there's Marie getting dropped. Soap with a double.
What else can we do here? More and more players falling like flies. There's 3 left alive. Still A site. Around Monster has been held very devoutly by FlyQuest, but timing? Oh, Vanessa. Thinking it's safe allows a safe passage for another player. That's Drush. A force to be reckoned with. Back with Mirage, but 5 and 7 now. 5 and 8. Was not enough for the hands of a Deagle. These buys are not good from Shadow Wizard. And there's a body advantage.
I don't know if FlyQuest Red are going to be expecting that this is where the final push is going to come in. Even if there's been a lot of W keys, there was a lot of inside of bathrooms already. Shadow Wizard actually managed to split up their forces into something almost resembling a strategy on this round. And Drush is going to get the bomb down with Soap covering with that AUG. That Heaven player is actually going to be put on notice, but the first player to fall is Goosebreeder in Construction. 2 versus 2, Vanessa on low HP, and Jenny's Deeg finds purchase. There's the AUG to finish the job. And Soap will clean out the mouths of FlyQuest Red.
Man, Soap is washing away with the competition, huh?
It's getting sudsy.
Oh, my lord. Good God. Holy moly. Our producer is losing his mind right now. Threatening to quit, setting the equipment on fire right now. Mass hysteria.
You can tell I'm not a professional. I'm not the professional here because no one can know what I'm about to say next.
Oh, yeah? Well, I didn't predict
Maybe I'll
that.
just go and start singing next.
Oh, yeah, go for it. I want you to pass this whole round and sing song.
All right, let's see. We could dare to be stupid again.
The
that was great.
letter on our desks in the spaceship. By the way, he's piloting that spaceship, so he's threatening to crash it directly on the nearest planet. I hope he doesn't. But when you have a mad king with power manning the production, it's very tough to dissuade them.
It is. It is. Okay, we know our producer is very active at the wheel here. Timeout has ended. Let's see what we've got here. 6-4, 2 rounds left in the half. Cast the next round like a poem. Man, I wish I was good enough to cast the next round like a haiku,
yes,
but I'm not that good at 5-7-5. Quick 1-for-1 trade over by the A-bomb site here, or over by Fountain. Although Bibian, the hero of map number 1, looking to carry FlyQuest Red through this round. 2 kills for her, leaving Drush all alone. It's a 1 versus 2, and in classic Shadow Wizard fashion, it's a 1 versus 2. We've still got 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the round.
My God, Floofys, that was the best haiku I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm so good at haikus.
I'm here sobbing, crying, screaming. But at the very least, you're not Drush at the moment. You have a lot to go up against you. 5 and 8, unfortunately, not the same impact as game number 1. Does have the advantage of having full site control, but no information about where BB or Maria are. You're forced to back away. No utility at all.
Full site control and full sprinting down long. There was no one for FlyQuest Red on A.
And there's still utilities for Marie. Throw the nade. Has the smoke out. Divides out the site. Good trade from BB, though. A good defuse. 7-4. Great for the half. Can no longer be matched up.
Honestly, though, 4 rounds on T side of Overpass is pretty fantastic. Overpass, one of the more CT-sided maps in the pool, and to get 4 already, I'm a little bit scared for how what happens when these sides change. Despite the unorthodox play that Shadow Wizard are going with, it's kind of working out. Like, you don't need much.
Would you say now, like, 4 is the minimum for Shadow Wizard to get something going in the second half?
I think so. And if they can make it to 5, then that would almost convince me that we're headed to a map number
Oh,
3.
wow.
Again, FlyQuest Red, they haven't played much Overpass recently. The op shot misses, and Drush, oh my goodness, double entry. The A bomb site completely toppled. Vanessa answers one back, but it's 4 versus 3. It's so hard to get back on the A bomb site when you've been knocked off. The smoke to section them off. They're pushed right through. Drush prepared. Knocks Goose Breeder's block off. Now it's just BBon and Vanessa left 2 versus 3. A good kill for BBon. Bomb still not down, by the way. We're fighting over the site, and there's still not a bomb down. Jenny finally going to get that planted. Okay, and Drush is down by garbage.
There's one player you have to have in a position like this. It's BBon. 12 and 5. Plenty of time left on the clock. No information about the last 2 players. Could be a crossfire. BBon has no idea. Does have utility to work with. Plenty of it. Hit 2. Rotating around. Maybe good to find 1. There is no AWP available from Shadow Wizard. They have to take aim. Take these duels. The smoke is out. A fake defuse. Anytime at all. No. Noah's there. Bullet to the head. 7-5. FlyQuest is looking pretty dang good. Are you still going to put your money where your mouth is, Floofies? Do you think this goes to map 3?
I mean, hey, it's so much rides on the back of this pistol. And with FlyQuest Red being as good as they have, while they are down 1-2 in pistols so far, if they can even things out, getting to that 8th round and taking momentum on their T side, anything can still happen. I do still think this CT... What? I do still think this CT side is going to have the advantage going into the second half. It's going to be really, really tough for FlyQuest Red on their opponent's map pick, but I mean, hey, pistol round is where it really comes to fruition.
That's right.
FlyQuest Red have great pistol rounds and
famous
conversions.
quote about pistol rounds and conversions, huh?
I mean, there have been a few best of 3s where we've watched FlyQuest Red win every pistol and every conversion. And speaking of winning every pistol, we've been on the Topher cam this whole time while the B-bomb site has been overrun.
Hey, this is the cam to watch. Ready? Topher's about to ace.
Yeah, he's going to pop off. 1 versus 5. No armor, no kit. Oh, no, he does have armor.
Armor's weighing him down.
Lovely USB.
Oh, see?
So
Almost
shiny.
an ace. Almost there. We'll say, though, it's been 50-50 now. You mentioned FlyQuest Red getting all those conversions, but for this series, it's been directly down the middle.
It has. I feel like this is going to be the most important one, though. Like, if these USPs flip this round back, then the wind is going to completely leave the FlyQuest Red sails. Oh, we've got a timeout. Speaking of the wind leaving your sails.
Do we know whose timeout this is? Oh, it's a tech pause. Okay. I was going to say, Shadow Wizard does not strike me as a team that would go for timeouts. So it's just a tech pause. Wondering whose computer blew up.
Well, I mean, CS2 has some pretty demanding specs. Like, the fact that people are like, yeah, a 30 series graphics card is not enough anymore. And,
Wow.
8 core is not enough anymore. It's like, yeah, if you build your computer in the last 3 years, it's suddenly not enough for CS2. It's crazy.
Ugh. I don't know how I
I
feel
mean,
about that.
the good news is this isn't Train or Ancient. Those are some of the maps that have the more higher demands just because the rain on Train is kind of a pain. And just the amount of water on Ancient is really tough. The nice thing about Overpass is they actually dried out the water on the B-bomb site, so it's actually less demanding than some of the other maps. Like, the super nice thing about Overpass in CSGO, apparently it would cause the encoders on things like Twitch to have a panic attack, but on CS2, apparently Overpass runs great.
That's good. No more panic attack.
What about the rain in Spain? The rain in Spain is a pain. It's on the plains. And
Huh?
I don't know. Will's talking about rain in Spain in chat.
What? Huh?
Just trying to test how many words I can rhyme.
Everyone's brains are melting.
There's a
including
Zeus. There's a Zeus.
Exactly! Melted brains everywhere. Tech pauses. No idea what to expect. FlyQuest Red have made their way onto site. Shadow Wizard, Money Gang were nowhere to be seen. Noah's still waiting for his team to come around. No weapons outside of a Zeus and 4 USPs. Can Jenny do it?
I mean, I'd love to see the Zeus kill. I don't think it's going to happen. There's the FlyQuest Red. There's no way they come this far away from sight.
Exits.
Well, the nice thing about Overpass is, and Train as well, is the bomb radius didn't have the same treatment that maps like Inferno and Ancient had. So you don't have to run to the other side of the map with 100 HP to survive the bomb blast. We'll see what this USP up close and personal can do, though. Bibian, not expecting anyone that close, although it looks like these MAC-10s are here to farm up some kills. Marie with a cool $1,200 picked up.
Good for her. FlyQuest are almost doubling the rounds over Shadow Wizard. A team where they had such interesting aggressive plays, even early in this map. I'm not gonna lie to you, Floofys, it feels like they've ran out of steam.
I don't know. We're here in the first buy round for the CT side. Like that's where it can. That's what MR12 can bring you sometimes. Is if you don't force that second round, then it's almost a throwaway. So now we're getting to the real round, and this is where Shadow Wizard, if they don't stop the bleeding, this game is going to run away from them, and I don't see a way that they can stop the momentum that FlyQuest Red have already got. However, Topher, up close and personal, faded inside the smoke. Marie not expecting. Man advantage towards Shadow Wizard.
And Topher's really fishing for these opening picks, too. Currently 3 and 12, got 2 of his kills, of those 3 in the last 2 rounds. Bodies are going to continue to fly back and forth. Drush is the only one to fall on Shadow Wizard. 2 players left for FlyQuest Red. Perhaps I spoke too soon. Emmy, though, might want to say otherwise. Looking good. Trying to divide out the line of sight. Maybe aware that one player's around the corner. But curious whether or not it's going to be a real or fake bomb plant. Might not matter. Soap is there. Cleans it up. 6 and 9 scoreboard. Nice.
That is some X factor for Soap. And that is as perfect as it can go for Shadow Wizard to keep this game rolling. It's going to be a long road back to this comeback, I think. We're going to have a less than stellar buy on the side of FlyQuest Red. It looks like a couple of hero rifles, maybe some SMGs, but it's not going to be a full buy. All right, so we are going to get Sheikh Zula in the call to give some words of encouragement and some strategy. Again, if Shadow Wizard can weather this, then they get the comeback.
I think the way they played so defensively, that last round is exactly the strat that Shadow Wizard needs. FlyQuest has to get out of the mentality of expecting very fast, aggressive plays like they saw back on Mirage. We did see Topher go for that. He was the exception to the rule. If there's a smoke that's brought down, FlyQuest might have to expect just him alone to push through aggressively to find a solo pick and duck away.
Well, and that is what Shadow Wizard did to really open up that last round, is that opening kill that Topher got to give them that advantage, to let them put their foot on the gas pedal so early on was huge. And this time, going for the similar thing, it was Jenny over by Jail, but it goes completely the opposite direction. 2 for 1 in the favor of FlyQuest Red, and they're going to get the bomb down on the B-bomb site within 30 seconds.
Oh, but look how separated Shadow Wizard are. Topher again doubles up his kills from the first half. Everyone knows so separated. All it takes now is a double swing from FlyQuest, and the body advantage will be gone. Noah does not know about Emmy's presence and doesn't check the corner. Emmy has such great awareness. Bullet to the head, Noah's gone. One up above. Rush drops on down, makes plenty of noise. Wide swing discovered now. FlyQuest Red seem to be aware of the last two CT players. Shadow Wizard have a vague hope. A nade comes through, and that could have been a direct hit, but the players were already dead. FlyQuest now have double digits.
I love that out of FlyQuest, getting on that V-bomb site super fast. Okay, the monster play could have gone the opposite direction. That M4 was lined up in a great spot to spray them all down. So getting out in one piece and onto that B-bomb site, chef's kiss. And honestly, that's FlyQuest Red taking a leaf out of Shadow Wizard's book. They got on the B-bomb site, they did it fast, they did it decisively, they didn't give Shadow Wizard time to rotate.
Shadow Wizard are doubling down to the same exact strat. It's Vanessa 3K outside of a push.
Yep.
Oh, it just keeps
Nice
on going,
farm.
doesn't it?
Farm round for Vanessa. And Jenny's just like, where's my team?
I mean, to be fair, just pistol.
It is.
My problem now is that you're saving this round, right? You're going to be 6-11. You have essentially one last buy round, and if you don't win that one, you're down the force to whatever you have left to fight for OT.
Yeah, it's not a great position. It's still the CT side of Overpass, so I still don't count it out just yet. We're going to get the full buy-in for Shadow Wizard going into the 6-11 scoreline. It's just... It's the last hurdle for FlyQuest Red to close this game out. They win this, they're going to dance their way to the finish line. They lose this, we play on, and we'll see where things go. If Shadow Wizard can get a 7th, they'll have one more round before they can actually break FlyQuest Red's money. So again, there's still hurdles no matter what happens, but yeah, I mean, this T side has looked a lot better than I was kind of expecting it to for how little we've seen FlyQuest Red play Overpass recently. It definitely feels like a nice little pocket pick that's coming out, that's working out really well.
Imagine must be all the practice for Stockholm. Leading him through. FlyQuest Red,
I mean, hey,
hints of strategies of what to expect.
Like, the really cool thing is FlyQuest Red were the Queens of Impact Season 1 through Season 7. Or Season 6. Season 7, they were finally dethroned. And this season, they took that throne back once again. A fully undefeated season of Impact for FlyQuest Red. But as we're talking, 1-for-1 trade.
Fortunately, the trays, they don't stop. Noah and Jenny have been able to remove more players. It leaves it now, well, I was going to say that Vanessa and BB but in tandem, they also fall. 7-11, also nice.
Yeah, that is rough. Again, there's still plenty of money on the side of FlyQuest Red, so this is kind of the litmus test to see if we have a chance of going to overtime, or if FlyQuest Red are just going to finish this game off. But Shadow Wizard definitely showing some signs of life here as we are in the final seconds.
I mean, investing in the AWP goes to show that FlyQuest are putting all into this round to close it out. So we'll need 2 more rounds. That being said, though, Shadow Wizard, they've conglomerated around B site. Expectations are that with the util dump that this should be a B push. Oh, hello. Oh, goodbye.
Yeah, we're on Overpass.
I like this map, yeah. Are we in the helicopter? This is the spaceship.
This is a drone view.
Oh, yeah, this is our mobile drone. FlyQuest technology has gotten really advanced. Oh, yes?
What do you mean with the spoilers? I'm not spoiling anything.
It's a good floor. Really like those
So,
chairs,
okay.
too. Not a lot of lumbar support, but...
I find it
That's a nice
interesting how they've turned bathrooms into like a
Oh.
transit facility. But in North America, in the U.S., people still use our trains as bathrooms.
Oh, I do
At
too.
least in Chicago, it's kind of gross. They're trying to clean it back up. But
There's
speaking of
no
clean,
other place in the world you can go to the bathroom and smoke illicit substances at the same exact time. Am I right or am I right? But Emmy, though, could also be right with this AWP. She may be one of the few left that can hold this on forwards and deny the chance of Shadow Wizards to get themselves an 8th round. All it takes is one chance to push on forwards. Unfortunately, though, the timing is not there. On the other side, though, Emmy good for one. Never mind, we go back to her POV, and I can see why. But it's a defuse from Shadow Wizard. All the smokes came in handy.
big thing though, there's a lot of weapons kept over from FlyQuest Red. I say a lot. There's two. Two is going to end up being a lot. The money is really starting to build for Shadow Wizard, so given the opportunity to go for some picks and put together at least a half kind of a buy for FlyQuest Red could take Shadow Wizard by surprise. And so again, they're not stopping they're not giving Shadow Wizard any free chances.
Absolutely. Big, heavy investment that last round, however. Luckily, the AWP was kept. Emmy does take a smidgen of damage early on, but even up above now, we're seeing shades of the old Shadow Wizard money gang that love to overextend. But it works out well. Emmy's gone. Topher finding the light back in this game. Started things off, I believe, 2-8. Now 9-16. A much better KD. Speeder's there to shut down another player. Topher now officially in the double digits, has surpassed Noah, as Noah gets an 8. That being said, though, Vanessa has been a very good anchor, and she is still alive. Speeder's not too far behind either. 2v2. Noah's taken a wealth of HP down already. With this being a good old-fashioned cowboy duel, it's Drush to take one out, and Goosebreeder unfortunately traded out. Vanessa's already hidden away with Drush, trying to distract and make some noise. Vanessa may have fallen for a hook, line, and sinker.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang that round were a government experiment to see what happens when you take a whole team and put everybody on the lurk. There were 2 players flanking off of that. There were 2 players out front, but it was just nothing but like, hey, what happens if we can find their backs? And FlyQuest Red were spinning around and, I mean, didn't give Shadow Wizard a single opportunity. Now we're down to this 1 versus 1 where Vanessa has an opportunity for map and series point.
Vanessa has no idea where Drush is. Expectation off of maybe hearing the footsteps is that he would be coming up from B side. And I think he is. He had the flank initially, but Drush second-guessed himself. He went all the way back to B. And now he's going to make so much noise going up the stairs, and Vanessa is set up and ready. Different way, though. Vanessa hears the footsteps up top. Frag grenade is out, does not connect against Vanessa. Bomb is not planted for her, but yes, it is! A shutdown again! FlyQuest only needs 1 more round.
This is the kind of Counter-Strike I love to see. Right? It's not decisive. It's not one side just taking over a game. Everybody's getting their chance to shine this time around. While it was great to watch BBon just completely own everybody on map number 1, having a chance where we get the whole server involved is kind of what Counter-Strike is about, right? Everybody should have that chance.
Yeah.
Now the question is it over now, or are Shadow Wizard going to bring this one back? Because now FlyQuest Red on that map and series point, and you know, the chance for the overtime ever present. Noah opens up close up and personal. Good trade out of Goosebreeder, but FlyQuest Red have walked into the stack. There's 3 players on the B-bomb site, and they're all in construction. So as FlyQuest Red make their way into sight, oh, they've stacked up.
Oh,
Jenny getting on top of sandbags. Can't quite connect on the spray, but Drush with the AWP out of heaven. Oh, he's erasing players one after another. 4 versus 2. Emmy dropped. Jenny will burn right through, and it's going to be up to Marie. 1 versus 4, now down to 1 versus 3. Look at the spray down. She gets 2 more, but Topher proves to be too much. Just not enough ammo left in the clip.
Topher's really woken up in this second half. Has saved the day with the run and gun off the hands of the MP7. That's exactly what you want to see. The fact that each player in FlyQuest has had hero moments this series, bringing back monstrous rounds. Marie was so close, but unfortunately just one left click away from ending the series right then and there. Shadow Wizard have brought it back. They're only 3 rounds away from tying it up into OT.
That's a scary prospect here on Overpass. And the money has not really started to hit the bank accounts just yet for FlyQuest Red, so I feel like this round is going to be given up. So, I mean, it's pistols. We've seen them go strong. I love the fact that everybody just ignores the CT mollies these days. Topher with 3, but too many bodies out for FlyQuest Red. They do manage to collect the rifle. 2 versus 3 and FlyQuest Red have rifles. So, you know, this round could be anything. It looked like it was going to be a free round for Shadow Wizard. Now, who knows?
Hey, we saw the same reverse exec back on Mirage. Emmy, though, was able to shut down the execute with 2 op shots to open things up. And Goose Breeder, unfortunately, BB-Han, excuse me, unfortunately falls, and Emmy soon to follow. Only 1 player on Shadow Wizard Money Gang died in the process. 2 rounds now.
I mean, I'm kind of hoping we get all 24 here. We're getting down to that point. 10 to 12. Shadow Wizard need 1 more to bring us to that magical 24th round. There's not going to be an AWP on the side of FlyQuest Red this time around either. They have whittled through all of their money, and rather than saving up for that final round, they're looking to close it out here. The full buy coming in, full nades. And it looks like a tech pause. So,
Makes sense.
No one allowed to talk.
That includes us.
No. We have to talk.
Oh.
We have to, yeah.
Oh, of course.
But the question is, like, it's hard. Okay, we've seen enough TKs, Drush. Don't aim at your teammates' heads.
I gotta get
That's
the Shadow
dangerous.
Wizard high five with the knife.
It was a Shadow Wizard high five with a knife. Oh, hey, timer's ticking down. I think the pause is over.
Luckily, the tech issues seem to be solved. Whole util dumb makes me think either FlyQuest are going to take their sweet time this round with fakes, or they're just going to straight W key in and overextend their space once they get on site.
Well, a fast round would be a good summary of this entire series. Things going slowly does not seem to be what either of these teams has any interest in doing. A quick trade, but Noah through the smoke, going to make it profitable on the side of Shadow Wizard. 2 for 1 and a third. 4 versus 2. Shadow Wizard in the driver's seat. Oh, Marie about to find her way into Jenny right now. And who expects the CT that far pushed up? Leaves BB on now in the 1 versus 3. And again, I remind you, that was 30 seconds.
The Shadow Wizard Money Gang special. BBion's the last one alive, and while she nearly dropped 30 last game, she's not that far off, all things considered. 21 now. Took a smidgen of HP off from that last fight. No clue at all about the other 2 players. Raised through the smokes, a frag grenade to the skull. Doesn't reveal at least 1 player. Second nade could be the spelling of 2. 1 frag nade out. Artillery battle. Mortars are out. Be enough though. Crossing the meridian. Unfortunately, only good for 1. Again, another headshot away for closing out this series. Shadow Wizard Money Gang have been getting consistent first picks, and that's allowing them to carry over this body advantage.
Alrighty, all 24 here on Overpass. Likely going to overtime too. This is going to be a desperate buy on the side of FlyQuest Red to try and close this one out. I think all the eggs were put into the basket of round 23 being the final one, and when it didn't happen, now it's going to be hopefully a very speedy round with these Tech 9s. FlyQuest Red trying to get activated very quickly. Bomb site already in their sights. Vanessa, look how close she's in. Nade lands right in her face. Tech 9 out from Monster. Goose Breeder forming the tip of the spear. First headshot good, but Jenny answers back with 2 and a third and a fourth. Does Jenny get all 5? Emmy, the next player on out. Noah jumping over, getting dropped, and it's Drush. to take us to overtime here. Shadow Wizard on 12.
It's a moment of truth to see what kind of difference this will make. Shadow Wizard on CT still. FlyQuest back on T. It's been a tough go of things for the early to mid rounds now for FlyQuest. They have to expect Shadow Wizard to play aggressively here. They've been able to play the smoke overextension so well. And I don't see them slowing that down at all.
I mean, overtime doesn't feel like the time to play fast. Like, it feels like the exact opposite of what Shadow Wizard want, right? They're trying to end this game fast. They're trying to be decisive. And now it's taken even longer. But they're still pushing in through the smoke towards Fountain.
Hey, it's working. If it's working, why stop it, right?
I mean, if it's working,
swing this.
He is. That nade in his face, though. FlyQuest Red clearly reading this. So already 3 kills to the side of the T's with FlyQuest Red, and just solidly with their foot on the gas pedal. Jenny thinking, oh, I can get a lurk. But no, this time Vanessa going to be watching that backside.
FlyQuest have finally gotten their act together, watching for the deep lurks, playing aggro early on, really utilizing the HE nade there to make that overextension top of stairs against Topher early. One big reason why FlyQuest was able to achieve so many rounds on their original CT side was the fact that Topher simply just did not have a game going. And now that he's woken up on the CT side, things have gotten a lot easier for Shadow Wizard as a whole. But if they can continue on FlyQuest's end, target and shut him down early, this could definitely be the winning factor here.
Yeah, Topher, I mean, Jenny is doing the most work here on Shadow Wizard, but just having all 5 of your players existing, right? You can't just have a raid boss on CT because the T side will just start avoiding it. So already, though, this round going better than the last. They got the opening onto BB on. That is the raid boss down for FlyQuest Red. So we lurk over toward bathrooms to see if we can make something happen there.
28 kills for BB Han back on Mirage, and Jenny's only 3 kills away from matching that up. Drop down has been called. Everyone on FlyQuest, despite being a body down, are looking to take this slowly and waiting for an opportunity to get in. There's that one player, though. I believe that might be Soap. No, it's Jenny. Oh, but if you can remove Jenny from the contention this early on, that will make things so much easier, but Drush doesn't hit that initial shot!
Oh!
Through the smoke! Vanessa's gone! What a shot! Execute has to be made, but already the game has been revealed. No one takes down Goose Speeder. That's the lurk gone. Finally, the execute's been called. Drush is gone. There it is, Horse Girl making things work. Galloping her way to victory, but there's still one just below the smoke. Jenny's unaware. 2v2, and look at the HP at the remains of FlyQuest. A breath of air will take them out. Emmy is so close with the AWP, and she still finds the trigger. It's up to Topher. He's had the most roller coaster journey of this entire map. That's one. What about Emmy?
No, this Molly.
Emmy, the nade doesn't connect. No, but she misses the shot. Topher makes it double OT.
Well, not quite. This is still the first half. You're getting ahead of us.
Oh, you're right. That's funny. You know what other game does OT like that? I must have hit my head on the spaceship real quick.
It's okay. The spaceship is clearly careening out of control. I don't know how we can keep it going. 13-13. Double op now for Shadow Wizard. I mean, why not? It's the final round. You're going to get your money reset when you switch sides. So bringing out, pull out all the stops.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? What can you do this time? I like how Drush is playing more aggressive this time. Flashes are out, masquerading the fact that this could be a quick push. Not quite, though. BB Han's down below. Everyone on FlyQuest are getting much more fluid about their approaches this time. Drush is playing this so aggro. He's playing it so risky. He takes the duel, loses. Emmy, a shoulder nearly gone, does not even take a hint of damage. How could you against an AWP?
Well, hit points advantage now for FlyQuest Red. Topher with a kill, but down to about half HP. Rotation's starting to take shape as well. FlyQuest Red looking like they're going to be just W-keying over to the A-bomb site and Shadow Wizard more than happy to meet them before they can get there. AWP jumping up over the armored truck. Maurice should have spotted that. She didn't. This is about to get very awkward as she peeks on out over by Long. Op shot goes wide, so that is going to give her another shot at this one, but doesn't peek the player truck, so Topher with the kill.
Horse Girl was so good about opening up A site last round. Without her there, it's going to be tough for FlyQuest. Like A site just might be a foregone conclusion, and B's the way to go. But hey, at the very least, the AWP was discovered. That means it shouldn't be there necessarily on the execute towards B site, right?
I mean, it's Overpass. The rotations are freaky fast. And look at, they're already here. Soap with a double to stop FlyQuest Red dead in their tracks. Goosebreeder burning in the Molotov. That's going to give her position away, and Topher will spray her down through the smoke for the final straw.
We swap sides. FlyQuest found a wealth of work on OT. Shadow Wizard Money Gang have officially taken the lead over FlyQuest on Overpass. And you've mentioned it before, Floopies, this is not a map we've seen FlyQuest play too often. If anything, you could look at this with a glass half full, regardless of the outcome, that this is great practice for future events for FlyQuest down the line next month.
Yeah, this is the first time they've actually had the lead on Shadow Wizard, so I'm a little bit scared. This is the time where the craziness can really take shape. They're on the T side, though. Like, that's always going to be the harder side here on Overpass, but look how decisive they're being. They're W keying in. FlyQuest Red have given them a ton of space, so Long is going to be their home. 3 players already here, and the remaining 2 heading on up. And no one's here for FlyQuest Red. No one's watching this. Shadow Wizard are going to be on the A-bomb site before FlyQuest Red have a chance to think. This is just going to be a bloodbath on the site. Or Drush is just going to get the bomb down without any disapproval.
Oh, talking about disapproval, that's Goosebreeder gone. Plenty of time now to talk with the team. Get those proper positions down. Drush has been a menace in the server so far this game, and Topher, again, he's finally continuing to wake back up. What's left now? It's just Vanessa. Vanessa can't even get the consolation prize. A flawless round win for Shadow Wizard.
I just... That seems a little bit sloppy to me. Like, I can understand leaving Long open when you think you're up against pistols. But was there anyone even holding bathroom that round for FlyQuest Red? I mean, it's not impossible to bring it back 2 rounds, but now the Shadow Wizard are the ones that have the map point. Now things are going to go get nerve-wracking the other direction. We'll see if FlyQuest Red can overcome their nerves and bring it to overtime again for a second time. Overtime, too. That's going to be the first time I've gotten to say that for this season.
Electric Bugaloo. To be fair, though, that last round was the first time we've seen FlyQuest not have the perfect execute read on Shadow Wizard. And we saw the result. It was a perfect round from Shadow. This time, it's divided out. That aggressive play style that you wanted to see from FlyQuest CT sides on the far end of A site. B site's a little bit stacked up as well. Vanessa may be able to trail through these smokes. Nades are flying everywhere. Vanessa gets traded out. Soap is gone. Amy takes down Drush. 2 of the big players are gone now from Shadow Wizard. And this could very well turn into OT2. Topher is still alive, though. Resurrected. A headshot doesn't connect. Emmy is there for the shoot. And BBon finds the impact.
All right, well, so I don't know if Shadow Wizard got a chance to see it. But if you were looking at the map at the beginning of that round, FlyQuest Red had 2 players out long. They were not going to let Shadow Wizard do that to them twice in a row. And I think Shadow Wizard knew that. That's why they went for B. That's why they were like, okay, we got to do something different. We can't do the same thing again. And unfortunately, FlyQuest Red's B hold, very, very good. They're not even a shadow of a doubt that site was going to get conquered. I mean, you've got Emmy's op watching over Heaven. You've got to play. It's so hard to root out the player barrels. Like, no matter what you do, your entries have to be perfect.
Now, They know it. That blocks off the AWP push, but now they're aware. Vanessa's certainly called out the AWP's presence. The boost has been made. This would be the time now, maybe for Shadow Wizard to maybe start to rotate. They've been discovered.
That'll knock your block off. 4 versus 4. Okay, here we go. Emmy in bathrooms. This is exactly the right thing. FlyQuest Red in the driver's seat once again.
Oh, no. Jenny's goal was to open up A side for Shadow Wizard to rotate. They had plenty of time to do that, but now that Jenny's gone, they have to go B through Monster, directly up through Jail. That's BB Han for ones. Drush is there to help save the day. Vanessa, other side, though. Drush traded out. It's going to be up to Soap.
4 HP.
Not anymore.
And shot out of Vanessa. OT number 2. I haven't gotten to say that this season. This game is going the distance.
I mean, you made that call back when we had 5 rounds for Shadow that we would go to map 3. Do you think now that we're at OT2, it's still going to be map 3?
This is the point where I'm going to start saying, let's just take it 1 round at a time.
Oh, that's boring, Floofy. Come on. Give a prediction.
Okay, my prediction is that we're still going to map 3.
Ooh,
I think that I think that Shadow Wizard have really proven that they know this map well. Even if their style seems to be that of a pug stack that is forming into a fist that is just trying to punch into wherever they want to go, it's kind of working. There have been a few times where the CT side of FlyQuest Red has been just, it's off by 1, and if FlyQuest Red give up 2 rounds on their CT side, that could be it.
These CT rounds for FlyQuest are very important when they close out this series. Jenny gets the opening pick, though. Goose Breeder gone. Not the best start for this second OT. It's going to be an attempt, though. Drush is there. Gets the trade off of Vanessa.
More times we get to see the Marie AUG. I enjoy the fact that she picks that up. Just, you don't get to see this weapon enough, and it's a fantastic skin.
Shot doesn't connect, though. Emmy's there for the attempted boost, hoping maybe for a fact to get 1. And Forrest out. Spray is underway. My God. Everybody just got dissolved in a vat of acid on site. Topher's there, though. Great wide swing to remove Emmy. Don't worry about that AWP now. Soap still continues to lead.
Oh dear. That's a bad sign. Losing the first of your CT side. There's 3 rounds. You don't have to worry about money, so that's one thing off your chest, but that's a worrying start to this overtime. Number 2.
So what's the game plan then? How does FlyQuest differentiate things? Do they go an overextension on B site? You really can't, besides what they're doing now with Vanessa's hold on Monster.
I think they imitate what they've seen over on A. Being able to take all that space, again, on CT side of Overpass, you get a lot of space for free. You get all of this party, you get all of Underpass, but Shadow Wizard aren't giving a chance for FlyQuest Red to take it. Topher is in through your smoke before you even know what hit you. Good trade out of Goose Breeder, but again, that's a double entry for Shadow Wizard, and this AWP for Drush, again, easy, lickety split, Goose Breeder deleted. Marie manages to get 1 back, but that's the site open for Shadow Wizard. Smoke going to go down. It's not even needed. They're going to plant outside of it with how confident they are.
Smokes are down. Fire on the feet of Emmy. It'll be so hard to get back into this. Just have to get 1 really nice up in order to even things up. It's Horse Girl not even needing the scope. That's a good start. Drop down, Marie. A chance to bring it back in. Emmy still has it ready to go. It's just gonna be Noah instead. Emmy's gone. Marie's the last bastion of hope for the site. But it's not enough. No time.
both going to go down to the bomb. Or, I mean, hey, we got a kill out of Marie, but yeah, that's as this might be it. I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident in my my guess. 2 rounds on the T side of overtime overpass. Gotta feel great for Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Again, they're making the moves correctly, right? They managed to locate the hole in the defense earlier on, and now they're just overwhelming the B-bomb site over and over again. I don't think it's a bad thing to go to a map number 3. I think FlyQuest Red should still have a good dust too. I've seen them play it well before, so I'm still gonna give FlyQuest Red the 2-1, but I do think they lose this one.
At the very least, this is great data for FlyQuest for Stockholm in order to have this overpass data to work with. But I'm a believer. I'm a Fly enjoyer. I think they still have a chance to bring this back, but it's got to be this round. They've got to do it here. Shadow Wizard have changed up the strats now. They're dumping their util all over side bathrooms. Emmy, of course, can't do a whole lot with just the AWP when there's smokes and fire all around you. It's this long angle instead. We've seen it pushed up before, but now Soap has full control.
Well, I don't know what else to tell you when this is the second time we've seen this in overtime. Shadow Wizard now are fully up long. Goosebeard are the only one on the A-bomb site. She's got Marie sitting divider, but she's going to have problems of her own very quick. Jenny peeks on out. It's already the double entry, and FlyQuest Red left to scramble their way over to A.
With 2 players gone already, it's not a great thing to go for the retake here. No space, no utility, not a lot of weaponry to work with either. Emmy can't be protective of this AWP. Could potentially be the final round. BB Han's gonna make her way up slowly. Yes, Shirley doesn't check the corner. I could have sworn Jenny was right there visible. But maybe not. Just around the corner. Great swing instead. Noah's there to shut down Emmy. Leaves it down to the shoulders of Vanessa. A 1v4, already a team kill instead. Tries to get something going, but unfortunately, that is going to be Shadow Wizard Money Gang bringing things to map 3. Right?
No, not yet. They have to win one on their CT
you
side.
Know, there's another game where it would have been that. I thought I had it right.
No. See, in CS, right,
okay, I'm ready.
You can't
I'm ready.
just win a 12-0 and have that be enough. You have to win at least one round on the other side. And rarely this comes to pass where you'll see one side just completely overwhelm. My favorite example is it's getting less and less recent by the day, but Aurora versus Mongols, where Aurora managed to take 11 rounds on their CT side. Mongols basically fluked the last round on their T side, and then Aurora won the pistol, so it was 12-1. And then Mongols won the rest of it, brought it to overtime, and won. That long-winded aside, a couple of kills to start this one off. 30 seconds in, 3 versus 3. FlyQuest Red looking to make their play on the A-bomb site, but there's 2 players here.
Again, it just seems like FlyQuest are limping their way into his site. Oh, hello. Oh, hey,
no.
I know this map.
Oh, no.
I know this map.
Not the time for that.
Wow, look at that fountain, huh? Great stone craftsmanship. It has seen better days. Jungle Gym. I'd mess up
Face
the
it,
monkey
please.
bars.
Not now, face it.
48 seconds left. Attempt is going to be made for the A push. It's a fake, though. It's Goosebreeder making the calls. Emmy shuts down Jenny. Suddenly now confusion on the hands of Shadow Wizard Money Gang. This could be the beginning. Finally, no longer a W key directly in. Drush cannot find the shot. Through the smoke, though. Horse Girl Marie is there. That's just down the Soap. Oh, and Soap can't do a whole lot, understanding that this is a foregone round. FlyQuest are still in this.
They sure are. 2 rounds on their T side, and we're getting a 3rd overtime. I haven't said an OT2 before. I definitely haven't said an OT3 before.
I think it'll happen.
A lot. Still a lot more before we get there. 2 rounds on your T side is a lot in overtime. Again, I cannot overstate how dominant it is that Shadow Wizard got 3 on their T side just now. Repeat that performance.
Blast of utility everywhere. I think FlyQuest are going to want to continue these fakes. The defense is this time. It is Brush to find an opening pick. What a shot.
I mean, hey, are you falling asleep? Because that'll wake you up right there.
That's a cold water on your face.
Oh, man. That might be it. 4 versus 5 is not unwinnable. I like the boost that we're seeing out of FlyQuest Red to try and peek on in, probe into the B-bomb site.
Oh, but look at the scaling up A-long. Shut down.
Oh.
Emmy's gone. That's the AWP.
That's got to be the dinner bell. FlyQuest Red have to take this now. Shadow Wizard are all over them. They're positioned all over the map. There's not an option. You have to push in at this point.
Just works so effectively, and Shadow Wizard have the bomb. What are you gonna do at this point? Vanessa at least makes sure it's not a flawless round to end things up. Topher, though, shuts down Goose Breeder. One left, it's Vanessa. That's all over.
Hot running. 19-16. I mean, hey, you can't say it didn't go the distance.
Yeah, that was one of the longest games I think I've ever casted of Counter-Strike. That was unbelievable. And you made the correct prediction. 5 rounds in the first half wasn't the best scenario, of course, for Shadow Wizard Money Gang. But you said, look, that's enough for the T side. I think this goes to map 3. And you were right.
Again, Overpass is the most CT-sided map in the pool, aside from maybe when Nuke had some really stupid things. I'm not going to rehash it. If you really want to see what Nuke used to have, just go and look for old versions of Nuke. It was
there's
crazy.
No version of Nuke that was ever good.
That's not true.
True.
Nuke is a good map.
No.
But Overpass is still hilariously CT-sided map, and with the extra money that the CTs get for their kills, the map has swung even more CT-sided to the point where 3 or 4 on your T side is enough. You know, it can look desperate and desolate on your T side, and it's still okay because the CT side is just that strong.
Jenny walks out of map 2 34-24. That is one heck of a record there. I mean, it does blow BBon from map 1 out of the water. BBon actually also breaks her own record from Mirage, getting 1 extra kill. Not bad. Unfortunately, it just was not a winning result and not nearly as flashy as it was back on Mirage. But we will be heading over to map number 3 shortly, though, Floofies, and I think this will be a return to form for FlyQuest Red. They should be able to be more comfortable on a map that's as old as, God, I think me. Most of us. Time itself.
Don't make me feel old.
You're like 22.
Is that what you think?
It's what I know.
I'm not going to correct you.
Don't, because I'm right. But you know what else I'm right about? We have a break coming up soon. We got to get our players set up and ready for Dust 2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.